Last night, Sean Hannity took a victory lap by showing highlights of Sebastian Gorka owning Anderson Cooper on ratings. And apparently, I was reading a piece today, Trump was all about Gorka. Did you see Gorka? It was great.
But can we actually just say something? Matt and I were talking about this the other day. What makes Gorka ridiculous, other than the fact that he is just a ridiculous human being, is this notion that he's some type of like great foreign policy thinker. But actually, as like a guy doing spin and sticking to this administration's talking points, like he's pretty good. Like he's really not that bad on TV, like at doing what, if you're willing to be this depraved, he's good at it.
Oh, yes, because he doesn't know anything of what he's actually supposedly supposed to know about.
Indeed.
So he just, I can stick to the talking points
and he's
because
belligerent.
Otherwise I'm admitting that I'm a Nazi. Let's listen to this. Yeah, he doesn't care. And he also knows, I mean, look, remember, he was getting kicked out of the White House and he was saved by Bannon and supposedly Trump. So he knows exactly where his bread is buttered and what is, he's going with the music that got him there. Do I think he owns Anderson Cooper here? Well, look. Well, let's play the clip and then
Does
I'll
a Jew lend money?
Hannity, so the so-called journalists over at Fake News CNN, they have been wall-to-wall anti-Trump coverage. They can't stop. It's like a drug to them. Well, last night, the deputy assistant to the president, our friend Dr. Sebastian Gorka, he went into the belly of the beast and completely owned Anderson Cooper. If you haven't seen it, it's must-watch TV. Take a look.
You've heard the reporting that there's a bunker mode in parts of the White House since the news of Donald Trump Jr. broke. I want you to be able to comment on that.
Oh, absolutely. It's laughable. Your Chiron talked about a crisis. Your reporter talked about a bunker mentality. I actually work in the West Wing. I work in the White House. It is absolutely nothing of the kind. I know you want salacious, sensational coverage for your ratings, so your corporate sponsors and owners will have, more money. But that's not media. That's not reportage. It's just fake news.
Okay. I'm just going to ignore the insults because I don't think it really gets us anywhere. Again.
It's not about you. It's about actually having journalism back on TV. Let's let the viewers judge, who decided that you are now at 13th place in national ratings, behind Nick at Night, which is at 11.
By the way, Dr. Gorka's right. They're losing to Yogi Bear reruns. Hey, boo-boo.
You know what I love about this, though, is I'm going to make it about reportage, and then I'm just going to happen to read the Nielsen ratings.
That is so amazing. I also like the what is it with the new modern alt-right with like the pseudo Chomsky knockoffs occasionally, like your corporate overlords who care only for ratings and not content.
All you care about is ratings. Ratings. In fact, I have the ratings. I've been spending my time breaking the ratings down. That's what I do because I'm in national security. So I need to know what the Nielsens are. I'm going to check the overnights for this broadcast.
Yeah, I think that pseudo Chomsky critique of the media. I remember Orwell has a line about fascists back in the day that all their propaganda is designed to occlude the fact that they are protecting the powerful and wealthy.
Right.
And so that's the reason for that, basically.
George Orwell, Italian restaurant, bad event. This is a graph from my thesis. I'm now a media scholar. I have a PhD in
last
critical...
name is Cooper? Cooper? Was it perhaps Cooperinsky when you came over? Cooper? Anderson?
Cooperstein.
Anderstein? Is that how I pronounce it? Anderstein?
Shylock. He just drops.
But this is, and this is the point that I was going to get to beforehand, is that this stuff is working for what they need it to work. I mean, this is the thing that I think that people don't fully understand. Maybe they're coming around to understanding it as to like why, is it going to make a difference that the Gianforte body slammed this reporter? Yes, it did make a difference. His fundraising went up that day.
Of course it made a difference. A big positive fucking difference.
Yes. I mean, the point is that there are literally two different universes that are working, and the physics of these universes are different. Obviously, the media is different. And when we see things that Trump or Gorka does, or whomever, that look just utterly ridiculous to us, understand it does not look utterly ridiculous to people. This fits in perfectly with the narrative of Gorka went there and handed it to Anderson Cooper, and they're the enemy. That's what we're fighting. We just won a big victory.
Rachel, I can explain the whole difference right now. Michael Tracy, who is walking around going like, and look, he's right about the fucking Russia story, but he's weak, has no chin. He goes to Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters is like, hey, don't get involved with my James Brown wig or whatever. Barely brushes him. He cries. Then this fucking Guardian reporter, this little Jew, Shylock, he's all like, hey, you never answered my healthcare question. Gianforte goes into fucking beast mode, goes, I don't want to handle this anymore. Lays the little prick out. Fundraising doubles, wins. Every time, all the time. Yes, I will take a meeting with the Russian ambassador. Thank you.
Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos